Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. Today we're on a little bit of an adventure and we're backtracking just a little bit to when I went through Wyoming trying to get home for the balloon fiesta in Albuquerque. And I was coming through Wyoming and then through Denver, but I found this really cool spot that I just wanted to share with you guys. It's quite magical and pretty spiritual, but a neat place that just needs to be seen. So, hope you guys enjoy. After leaving the Tetons, I stumbled upon this really neat area called Vedauwoo. Vedauwoo means earthborn, and as you can see, erosion has left some really neat rock formations. It's a really interesting place. I mean, just check out Pedestal Rock. How neat is that little formation? It started underground, and that's what we're left with after weathering and erosion. Then there's this silly thing. He loves to get dirty and take his dust baths at least 2 to 3 times a day. He loves rolling in the dirt. I think he's part chinchilla. I think I just got assaulted by my dog. Okay. I, I, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. I had to crack a window because um, Charlie has been going through a transition on her food. The unfortunate circumstances of road life sometimes is that you can't always get the dog food that you're used to getting for your dog because it's not available in all places. Poor Charlie has been going through this transition of foods to try and find something to suffice until I could find it. We've been through several different bags trying to find a normal pet store that carried some of this stuff. So I did a lot of research, buckled down, and found a place that I could find the type of food that she normally gets. Long story short, I'm dying. Like, SOS. I'm dying. Like, this is the type of stuff that, like, oh, Charlie, not again. I mean, good Lord. It's the stuff that, like, burns your nostrils. This is bad, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to survive it. Hopefully, we don't have to go through this again anytime soon because this is just. I mean, this little camper is the best because it's like a jacuzzi tub. I can just wipe it down with whatever fragrance I want, and it smells nice in here, and I just got to wash the sheets, and everything smells nice again. But this is the worst this camper has ever smelled. Ever. Oh, God. Okay, I gotta go. Like, I'm a maybe it's cold outside and I need to turn on the max fan because I can't do this. I cannot. Oh, my eyes are watering and everything. After somehow surviving that night, I took Charlie for a walk the next morning and was so pleasantly surprised with the beautiful scenery. I really enjoyed this place with these neat, trippy rock formations. I've just never seen anything like it. It was such a cool place to hang out for a few days. Nature is just so cool. Look at the way that tree grew around the rock or the boulder. It's so cool. Man, neat stuff. Man, we've hit peak season. I watched the leaves turn yellow, and it was really cool to see them turn yellow at the Tetons. And I'm going to tell y'all, I did not take any pictures of the Tetons when I was leaving. It was quite magical. Sometimes a memory is just better than anything a picture could provide. So I just soaked it all in instead of taking pictures. But look at the beautiful yellow aspens here. Gorgeous. Oh, there's a little heart on the side of the rock there. We just out exploring. Like we can walk under here. Ah, cool. Charlie, Miss Sniff everything. Seriously, like an hour-long hike takes us about 3 hours because we always have to stop and read the emails. It's annoying, but I love the dog. Sometimes she takes time to write a response. This area is used a lot for rock climbers. They come out here to train. What a neat area to learn. Man, this place just holds a lot of value. It's probably in my top 10 as far as places that I've stayed. Just really cool experience. And those contrasting yellow aspens were just to die for in the fall. Foraging some baby rose hips that are about to go out of season. They're starting to shrivel. So I'm going to clean them and dry them and use them for rosehip tea in the future. I just strained it through my AeroPress to try it, but you can see it came out. It's got a pretty decent color to it. I put about a tablespoon and a half in for a little over a cup of water. I think the ratio is supposed to be like a tablespoon for the fresh rose hips. I'm drying the other ones, and I've got about maybe 3 cups of tea that I could make out of those. I try not to take more than what I'm actually going to use. It's really hard to use this stuff sometimes while you're on the road. Other animals that need to eat that, so I don't need to take more than what I can use. But it's really good, and it's really good for your health. So, and it's kind of, it doesn't have that much flavor, so it's just like drinking warm water. I could put some honey or some lemon in there to sass it up a bit, but it's actually pretty decent. And it has like just a nice, soft, natural flavor to it. I really like it a lot. Hopefully that helps y'all out. If you're ever foraging for rose hips, you can just cut up your rose hips into small pieces or put them into the blender, and you can do this fresh and then just strain out all of the stuff, and you got yourself some tea. And doesn't this look like Rupert? My friend in Nashville her name's Gina. She had told me, she goes, "Oh my God, is that Rupert?" And I was like, it looks just like him. So life is really hard out here. I don't know if there's anything I love more on this earth than taking my cat for a walk. I am that crazy cat lady, and I totally own it. Just look at this scenery. Who wouldn't want to walk their cat here? I'm going to be honest. I didn't want another cat after I lost my last one 3 years prior to Rupert. But this little guy, he's got a very peculiar little spot on his back, too. His nickname's Little Richard, but he has totally made traveling with a cat possible, and he's just an incredible little road companion. Besides the time that he tried to roll the window down on the 101, we haven't had any other instances like that. He's pretty good once we establish ground rules, but he demands walks at night, so that's what we're doing currently. And that's one of the ways that I keep him healthy and happy while we're on the road. He wants to go do his little exploration. He's been sleeping all afternoon, so I'm going to have to walk him a lot tonight so he won't be a pain in the rear tonight. We're working on getting him probably a good solid half an hour walk in, and then we'll probably do another 15-minute walk before bed or so. And he stays outside most of the day. He just likes to explore further from the camper. And Charlie is so jealous right now. We usually stick pretty close to the camper. What are you doing, bud? Oh yeah, here we go. Exploring. After a beautiful day of just being out exploring, we wrapped it up for the evening and just enjoyed the sunset and moonrise. So pretty out here. X marks the spot for one of the coolest places that I've ever stayed. We're packing it up today, and I'm going to take a few more walks before we head to Denver to visit my friend B before I head to Albuquerque for the balloon fiesta on my bucket list. Nature is just so cool, and I love exploring so much. Just look at those fantastic aspens. Ugh. And how did these huge boulders even get here like this? You could just almost push that boulder off the side of the mountain. Like, it's just so neat. I love this place. I'll definitely be back. I just found a message in a bottle. You know, I'm like an avid trash collector while I'm out here, and I was like, oh, look at the piece of trash, and I picked it up, and somebody has a postcard with a stamp ready to be mailed. So I'm gonna write them a nice little note and send it. All right, guys, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with us today. I really hope you enjoyed this adventure. I still have to mail off the message in a bottle, so that's to be continued. I just found it the other day when I was cleaning the camper, but I am actually on my way home on the second of the year, and I am definitely going home this time. I extended my trip a little bit further than I ever imagined. Dreams do really come true. So I hope you guys have a fantastic new year and make those resolutions that make your dreams come true. Don't ever give up. Don't ever think that you can't do it, because you can. Whatever your dream is, you're going to do it. Just tell yourself this year will be the year that you make it happen, and definitely make it happen. And have a fantastic year, guys. I really hope to see y'all down the road.